Bleach episode 2 starts off with a amazing opening, and it is one of the best this season, no doubt. The black and white aesthetic layered on top of these pink backgrounds looks fantastic. It's somber, yet the pink scheme feels almost nostalgic, even though I'm pretty sure Bleach never affiliates with that color. And though it just sounds weird, but for some reason that pink just reminds me of like the old days of Bleach. And speaking of visuals, the animation is top notch. The camera is almost never in one place, and overall it just oozes its own unique style, yet it still pertains to that classic Bleach opening. The one complaint I have about the opening is the spoilers. I'm not going to show a specific example, but there are shots that obviously spoil something. I understand people probably already read the manga because the anime ended like fucking 10 years ago, but come on, it could have been a little more subtle with it, you know, just little Easter eggs for people that know the manga to see, but there's literally outright shots of shit. Moving forward, the Soul Society contacts all the squads and informs them of the situation involving the Quincy's. After that, everyone is in their feelings. This score in the back sounds incredibly haunting, not something I would expect to be played, but it complements these dramatic shots of our characters. From Waco Mundo, Nell comes to Ichigo requesting his help. Apparently, the WANDEREICH is already taking control of Waco Mundo, and de facto leader Tear Harrybell. Ichigo accepts the Irankar's cry for help, and with the help of his stalker, Urahara, who always seems to lurk around his window, I don't know, man, something wrong with this guy. But unfortunately, Ishida is a big bumbozo and stays behind because he's a Quincy and all that dumb shit. In Waco Mundo, this general dude, it's straight terrorizing these Arankar. Just before the guy was about to impale these two, they finesse him into breaking their chains. Under the hood reveals these two. Remember them? Because I literally have no clue who they are. He turns around to find his regiment being slaughtered by this Shakaram. They're kind of swaggy, I'm not gonna lie. Not swaggier than this gentleman, because he beats their ass. But no worries, because the protagonist is here. The episode ends with this very stylistically manga-esque ending. The visuals are simple, with smooth panning and darker color schemes. This emulates a sort of continuous manga panel. It's also Zanpakuto based, and we see many from the series, and the music is strikingly different from the opening. Compared to the lighter and more rock-based song for the opening, the ending is more akin to chill pop, you know what I mean. Sounds good. Moving on to the next episode, Ichigo confronts the guy who tells him that he is deemed a special threat by Yuabak. This means that, you know, Ichigo kind of scares him, even if it's a little bit, you know. I had mentioned this before, but these title screens are very, very unnecessarily cool. They didn't need to do it. They could have just put the title on the screen or even skipped it. We don't need a title in the episode, but I appreciate the added effort. During the fight, Ichigo stays stunting on motherfuckers, literally grabbing his attack, like how I'm gonna squeeze your balls if you don't sub and leave a like, bro. Ichigo claims his attack to be stronger than Ishida, but the dude actually claims it isn't possible, and how he said too much. This implies that Ishida is 1, stronger than this guy, and 2, important enough to not talk about, you know, just a little bit of foreshadowing. But fuck the exposition, let's get into the mix. The Quincy activates his Quincy equivalent of a Bankai. He starts to gather the Reishi in the atmosphere, even tearing apart Orihime's Soten Kishin. And before he releases that pent-up balloon nut, these bitches sacrifice their 4 arms to create this monstrosity, which punctures this dude. Straight disrespectful. He trying to preach his Quincy superiority complex, but this motherfucker just stabs him. Back at the Soul Society, we discovered that Aizen has escaped, and he has used the art of hiding in plain sight. But seriously, yo is not slick. This is fucking Aizen, bro. And even if he wasn't, bro, I've never seen this man in my life. We also discovered that Yamamoto caught an L a millennium ago against Yuabak. So he finally gonna get his get back. Back in Waco Mundo, the general dude basically hollowifies. I mean, not really, but he literally looks like an hollow. As he gathers the Reishi and the surroundings again, Ichigo swoops him from behind, and we finally enter the mix of mixes. Except we get blue balled again, and it transitions back to the Soul Society. This is a big problem I have with this episode. It constantly switches scenes that interrupt the action that was built up to. Sure, once or twice is fine, but multiple times of teasing the viewer can become frustrating. Anyways, in the Soul Society, the WANDEREICH has invaded, and off the bat, Reishi pillars of fire erupting everywhere, and this guy gets bodied immediately, and these guys try to activate their Shikai, I'm guessing, or something equivalent to that, but this fire guy just claps everyone's cheeks. The WANDEREICH, and specifically the Stern Raiders, had made a great first impression by straight disrespecting the Soul Reapers, the Soul Society, just off the rip, bro.
Peak, as always. Thanks for watching. Peace.